So, as promised, I decided to make a part 2 to this. And again, if you haven't seen the first one of this video, I recommend you do. The link will be in the description. And another warning, again, just like I said in the first one, this is gonna be emotional. I think to you guys. But anyways, let's go ahead. Hi, this is not a good intro, but it's me, Marina, or Yoshi. Yay. So anyways, here is a part 2 to my teachers that used to bully me stories. But this time, we're not going to be talking about Miss B, because that's kind of over. I can't really think of anything else she did at the top of my head, even though there was a lot more that she did. But anyways, the next teacher I'll be talking about, um, I'll just call her Miss Giraffe because she was a freaking giraffe. She was tall as a giraffe. She was one of those teachers that couldn't handle people with disabilities. Like, let's say if you had autism, or if you were sensitive, or if you had anxiety, she wouldn't give a frick about you. I'm not gonna lie. She would kind of make fun of you and encourage the classmates to make fun of you, and it's really messed up. And I was one of those victims. She seemed like the type of person who wasn't patient with kids. This was in 4th grade, by the way. So yes, I was a kid. Think I was 9. 9 or 10 if I remember. I'm sorry if you hear dogs barking in the background. I don't know why the hell they're barking. But anyways, let's continue. When I first got into 4th grade, I had this teacher, Miss G. She was a total bitch. If I would rate her from 1 to 10 of being a bitch, it would be over 10. It would be probably like a lot over 10 because she wasn't even a good teacher. So when I first got into the classroom, she was all like sweet and innocent, and she was so nice to her classmates. So, she didn't like me. Like 2 to 3 weeks I went to the school, she didn't like me. She didn't. She was one of those teachers that thought I had a disability, and again, like I mentioned, she seemed like one of those teachers that have no patience for disability kids. I don't have a disability. She just assumed that because every time she got mad at me, or she torn up a piece of paper that would be drawing on or something, I would cry or get upset. My first problem I had with Miss G was that there was one time where she got mad at me because I was standing up in front of the classroom, and again, I was a sensitive kid. I was not like, and I was kind of curious, but for some reason I seen these little books on top of her counter as I was standing in front of the classroom. I don't remember what we were doing exactly, but I decided to touch the books. And one of my bullies, I forgot their name, was all like, "You can't do that. You're cheating. You're looking through the books that have all the answers in our workbooks." And I'm like, I wasn't looking at him. I was touching him. Miss G, right away, was all like,
"No, you're cheating. You're obviously cheating. Go sit back down."
like she got all mad. And then the whole classroom started yelling at me to
go sit down, you freaking cheater.
stuff like that. And I obviously got upset. And right when I got a bit upset, like where I was about to cry, she gave me a referral because I was sad. She gave me a referral because I was sad and that she couldn't handle it. That's what happened. That was the first issue I had with her. The second issue, by the way, this is gonna get a little bit more darker, so be prepared. The second thing she did was this. There was a game we played. We had to answer what the capital of the states were. And if we got it wrong, we had to sit down in our seats, which meant we were out. But if we got it right, we throw the ball to the next person. So you had to ask them what the capital is for a specific state. And if you get it right, it just goes on and on. You keep throwing the ball and you pick a state that they have to say the capital for. And that's it, basically. Up until everyone's out and that one person is on their desk, then they win. Another bully of mine. Again, I've been bullied a lot. And I mean a lot. There's this kid. I don't care, but his name is Justin. And he, for some odd reason, had a problem with me. And he thought it'd be funny to do something really mean that got the whole class laughing at me. Which, in case you didn't know, I could have ended up in the hospital because of this. Let me explain. I was sitting on top of the desk, right? We weren't really playing the game like usual because the teacher was being lazy that day. She just was all like, oh, just throw the ball and if you miss it, you're out. That's basically it. So we decided to do that instead. And, okay, I threw the ball. I had the ball and I threw the ball to Justin. Me, not expecting anything to happen. Like, he pretends to throw the ball to someone else, then instead throws it, like, right in my face really hard, which caused me to fall down from my desk and hit my head on the handles of the drawers behind me really hard. Like, it hurt so bad that, you know that tingly, hurtish feeling you get when you fall and bump your head? Yeah, it was that. And the thing is, I could have got a brain concussion from that because I hit that shit really hard. The whole class started laughing.
Marina, you fell down,
And then, like, I cried again. What else am I supposed to freaking do? Am I supposed to sit there and laugh as my head decides to, like, hurt? It was so bad. And I started crying. And even that Justin kid was all like,
Oh, you're a crybaby. Get up. It's not a big deal.
it is a big deal. You do know that if I had a head injury, I could have been in the hospital for that. But I didn't, thank God. Miss G, she saw it and laughed too. She thought it was funny that I hit my head on the drawer handles really hard. And when I started crying saying I need to go to the nurse's office, she said if I go to the nurse's office, I was gonna get a referral. Yeah, she said that. And I didn't listen to her, so I went to the nurse's office, and guess what? She told the principal I ditched class. Yeah, that's really messed up right there. That really pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. Another thing that happened was this. So, apparently, I was in line with the whole class, right? One row was a row of guys. The other row was a row of girls. And I forgot what we were in line for. I think it was for an assembly, if I remember. This kid, Domino, I mentioned him in one of my videos a long time ago, so you probably remember him if you've seen it. So, he was one of my bullies back then. And what he decided to do was tell me, I bet you could not cry for a whole week. And I said, dude, I don't cry every day. So instead he goes, you're a crybaby, you're never gonna do it. And I said, okay, whatever. And once I said that, you wanna know what he did? He decided to kick me in my ankle more than 10 times. Really hard. Because he wanted to see me cry and lose the bet. Yeah. And you wanna know something else? Miss G saw it happening. She saw it happening and didn't do nothing, right? By the way, Domino was like her favorite student, like one of her favorite students. She had favorites also. Just like the teacher in my other story time. Yeah, she had favorites. So, she was pretty biased. So, Domino kept kicking me. He kept kicking me really hard. And I got tired of it. Cause what am I supposed to do? He kicked me about 10 times really hard. My ankle's hurting, and Miss G just sitting there laughing, not doing anything. So, I decided to kick him back. And you wanna know what Miss G did? She was all like,
You can't kick him. Don't kick him.
and I said, dude, but he kicked me 10 times and you saw it. And because of that, she gave me another referral. What's with teachers and referrals? Anyways, that's what happened. She gave me a referral, all because I kicked him back when he was the one kicking me. But here's the darkest moment. So, we had PE one day. She said we can have free time, which meant we can go on the playground for as long as we want, up until the bell rings for all of us to go on the bus and go home. So I decided to be the first one there. And instead, when I got to the playground, she decided to change her mind. And she said, let's just say every time we went to PE, we had to do jumping jacks exactly at the same, right at the same time as everyone else. Which means if somebody accidentally trips or if somebody accidentally messes up on the jumping jacks, we have to start all over. What is this, boot camp? So, she had us do jumping jacks. This is close to the dark moment. I'm sorry. I'm getting a bit emotional here because I'm not used to talking about this. So, we had to go do jumping jacks, and I messed up on the first round. So we were supposed to be doing, I think, 10, which wasn't bad. Doesn't sound bad, you know? But I messed up, and the teacher got mad at me saying,
Marina, stop messing up. You mess up all the time.
and all the kids started yelling at me saying that I'm
Useless. Stop messing up. You're ruining this for us.
stuff, like really mean stuff. And then they just kept yelling at me. And as they were yelling at me, something happened. I had my first anxiety attack. So, as they were yelling at me, and as this anxiety attack was happening, I fell on the ground. And this isn't funny because honestly, I didn't know what anxiety was. I didn't know I had it. I didn't know what happened there, but I just collapsed on the ground. The students in my classroom, my classmates, my bullies, they circled around me and started laughing and making fun of me, calling me names, I don't know, just mean stuff. And the teacher did nothing. She did nothing. And she sit there laughing. Like she smirked and started laughing. And she, instead of telling the students to stop, and instead of getting help, instead of asking someone to take me to the nurse, she laughed and walked away, letting it happen. She went to her classroom. She filed a referral because I had an anxiety attack. And what happened was, it wasn't just my classmates that circled me. The classmates and a bunch of other classes, if I were to say, it was probably 60 or 70% of the school surrounding me and laughing at me and stuff. And you want to know something? The only people that helped me, the only person, was my stepsister Angel. That's it. She was the only person who helped me. And then I guess what happened afterwards was, when she asked what was going on, they didn't want to snitch the teacher out. So instead, they told her that I got jumped by someone. What a teacher should do is help you. If she just watched me laughing at it, laughing at me for that. How was that funny? And I guess what happened was my sister Angel took me to the office, and even the office ladies, when the principal isn't there, she told me that she's not gonna do anything to help, and that I should just go home, and that's it. Yeah, even the office ladies didn't help, and I got a referral, and in trouble for it. And the funny thing is about that is that Miss G didn't tell my mom that. She told my mom that I wasn't listening to her, stuff like that. She didn't explain what happened during PE. She right away just said that I wasn't listening, and that's it. For those who are probably commenting right now and saying sorry that I've been through this and stuff, if I just want to say, if you're dealing with a teacher or anyone who's a bully, it can be a teacher, it could be your own family member, it could be anyone. If anyone's teasing you in a way that makes you feel bad, if anyone's doing that and not like feeling bad for it, please tell someone. It's freaking nuts that I've been through this at such a young age. I try to ignore it now, but ever since then, there will be times where that's one of the memories I think of, and it hurts because no one should be feeling that. No one should be reminded of a bad memory like that, especially by a teacher. But for those who are listening to this story, thank you. I realized I was at 2K followers or subscribers, and I didn't notice till now. And I just want to say thank you so much, and I hope you all have a Yoshi day. Bye bye.